a much bigger thing than, or as well as I can put it, a much bigger project and program that will come to benefit all of us. So I think I'll just jump straight into it. So welcome to today's session. In the previous session, we mostly focused on judges and integrity, mostly the fundamentals. But today we shift to mentors and judges, the people closest to the learners. So the session will mostly revolve around how we guide, support, and empower without taking over. So it actually marked an important milestone in professionalizing how we evaluate and nurture technological innovation across Africa and the larger part as the whole continent, the whole globe. I will not tire from saying that we and you are part of a movement to elevate the standards of AI and robotics and the competitions of our continent. So we already began this journey together. And all I do ask is that we collaborate accordingly. Let's give it our best so that we may be able to come up with a force to reckon with, starting with Africa. So by the end of this session, you should feel confident with the whole coaching technical projects, supporting presentations, and collaborating effectively with judges. We'll be going through the mentor-judge collaboration and among the many few that were also echoed in the last session. And this session mostly doesn't apply to the coaches. And the reason why this session is tailored to, or the subject head is mentors and judges, is because with enough knowledge and with enough tools in our arsenal, some may actually feel much better becoming coaches and actually bettering their skills as coaches, while others may actually find it beneficial to have the skills of a mentor while being a judge, which will also greatly impact how they conduct their um, qualifications and all the judge related activities. So great mentorship doesn't just produce winning teams, it produces confident, curious, and resilient learners. As I usually tell my mentors, that our goal is long-term growth and not short-term trophies. Many teams actually participated in this year's international competition, and many did not actually secure the winning position. But if anything, their mentorships, their coaching sessions, their interactions with other teams and other personnels should have impacted their growth in not only just the traveling experience or actually just competing with the other teams, but gaining a broader perspective on how or best ways to actually move forward. Mentorship isn't about guidance and not only simple guidance, but well-structured execution. We should be able to create safe spaces for students to explore, fail, and most importantly, learn. Um, Role clarity, inclusion, confidence building, and clear setting of boundaries are just but a few of the many important pillars of mentorship that actually impact how the mentees and how the participants actually come to thrive in their life and day-to-day activities, and also advancing through their careers. Often, we like to play both roles, and that's why we are having this session whereby we would like to get a better understanding and clear illustration and better involvement of how to play both roles keenly and knowing which hat to wear at which moment. So switching intentionally, because at the end of this whole program, that is the AI in robotics mentorship program, some, as I said, will actually prefer to remain as judges. Some may actually prefer to remain as mentors, whereby some mentors will actually advance towards being judges while also mentoring and guiding their teams. So instead of solving everything, we should be asking the right questions. And mentors mostly foster mindset and growth, specifically, and more importantly, long term growth, whereby a coach will drive through skills and better execution. And that's why you even usually see in sports that we have coaches, whereby when it comes to intellectual activities, mentors come in play. So, time to time, we may find ourselves touching the keyboard or the robot more than the mentees. But our job is to unlock thinking and not deliver solutions. I believe that for those who actually attended the international competitions, and if you actually see and get a broader perspective of how certain teams were and are executing everything, and how the coaches and mentors were facilitating timely and well structured information and responses as the teams are being adjudicated, it's quite different. So there is a lack of adequate training and skill sets among our coaches, among our judges, which I do believe with enough training and enough exposure, we can be able to unlock broader perspectives and actually timing, which will in the end give the teams a better chance to not only win in the competition but also win in how they conduct themselves. So confidence normally grows when students feel safe to try, fail, and try again. Thus, praising effort and learning is crucial, not just success. Winners are not built through only successful executions, only successful competitions, only winning and getting the first position or the second position. They normalized failure. And by normalizing failure and integrating proper iteration with tailored facilitation and guidance. The participants stand to become more confident in not only their technical expertise, but also their self-confidence. Thus, the point on age and skill appropriate coaching comes in because a 9-year-old and a 17-year-old need different coaching approaches. So let's always meet learners where they are, not push them towards where we would like them to be as a person. Of course, you'd like them to be winners, you'd like them to be the best, but it's safer when we actually meet them where they are. We'll be able to actually build and steer them on the right path. I mentioned a lot on ethical concerns and boundaries, especially in scenarios where participants come from different ethical backgrounds, and mentorship within the same scope is actually another point or feature that should be crucially handled because our integrity as mentors protects the credibility of the competition. So as I keep on iterating now and then, our work as or the work of a mentor is to foster growth, is to guide them. So once the participant actually has confidence in their technical skill set and being able to actually own work that they made, not work that they were made for, work that was made for them by another external team or a much experienced coach or mentor, their original work. This helps them build their integrity, which actually applies again to many areas in their lives. So I'd like to emphasize on the mentor judge alignment framework, which is quite a simple idea, but powerful enough given that mentors and judges play different roles but serve the same purpose, and that is student growth, fairness, and integrity. So when we have shared standards and well set role boundaries, alignment becomes so smooth that competitions feel fair and learning becomes meaningful. Misalignment is one of the biggest hidden problems in competitions. And when mentors coach one thing and judges reward another, students feel confused and frustrated. You find case scenarios where the mentor plays a huge role in the self-esteem or the confidence that they've built, given that they started at a way earlier stage. Thus, they may have built a much intimate relationship, which helps them actually view how they get or they perceive judgment or perceive meaningful and feedback, if at all it's constructive. So when alignment is well set, we are able to actually create a consistency flow which builds trust in the system. So this matters a lot, given that it strengthens learning outcomes. The student won't feel that I am not only receiving the feedback from the judges so that we can be able to get more points. It should be constructive feedback that they may actually utilize. And students also learn through experiences that not only involve them, but also how persons and individuals in the same industry work together. Once they actually perceive misalignment in the wrong way, it may actually find its way down to the team level, whereby some students may lean toward the mentor's guidance, whereby the others may be leaning more towards the judge's reward. So it's important that mentor, mentors and the judges are well aligned. When mentors prepare teams before competitions, adequate preparation and enough info on how judges actually evaluate the competitions, they are more capable of performing much better. And once they also actually understand how each role is defined, it becomes much easier. Case scenario where the mentor at this time of the year becomes a judge at the next competition. Different moments, different authority, but the person has one common goal, and that's meaningful and ethical learning. Alignment starts long before the competition day, and mentors should fully understand judging rubrics so they guide preparation responsibly. As I previously said, not to exploit the loopholes, but to help students meet the standards with integrity. Trying to avoid gaming the system, having to fully experience and understand the competition, and proper role switching during preparations and actually during mock competition presentations. And once judging begins, mentors must step back completely. And this is crucial because proper boundaries protect the credibility of judges and the competition itself. Trying to avoid prompting, defending, and negotiating, which may in turn actually bring about conflicts of interest much later in the competition. So through clear set boundaries and respectful judging processes which promote fairness, we are able to actually define and role switch accordingly. So after the judging, mentors can and should step back in, not only to challenge the scores, but to translate feedback. Different team members, as well stated, have different thought processes, and Our role is to help students understand why they scored the way they did and how to grow from it. And they may view how a certain judge gave them certain feedback, or they may not be able to fully assimilate the feedback and scores accordingly to how best to improve their solution. Mentors are able to translate and decode all this information and also provide emotional support. There's always gonna be disagreements, and that's totally human. However, mentors must never argue judging decisions in front of the students, thus creating misalignments among the teams and other much related issues that may stem from that. It's best that we follow the most appropriate methods on handling these disputes, because how we handle disappointment teaches more than any lesson plan ever could. And in turn, the students may actually learn more from this experience, helping them to actually celebrate their effort, teamwork, and growth, given that some students were brought up with the perfectionism mindset. So they may actually attach their self-worth to the competition, helping them manage this pressure and helping them turn this around into a whole learning experience, regardless of rankings, helps shape how the competitions are brought forward. So with that, I like to close on that. Reflect on one idea you'll apply immediately in your mentorship practice. Try and see what area or what point is it that you can actually better on, improve on, or actually assimilate into your current mentorship judging experience. Thank you for shaping the future of AI and robotics education in Africa. I do have another much detailed video and slides still on mentorship, but now that's mostly focused on the mentors themselves. I will be sharing that with the related or the most appropriate means possible. In the meantime, it's important that we actually try to see where we can best push forward each and every learning experience towards how the future of robotics and AI education in STEM in Africa. So with that, I'd like to say thank you. That will be all from my side, unless there are questions. There is the feedback QR code. Feel free to share anything based on the session, and the chat is open. Thank you.
All right, thank you very, very much, Mr. Andrew, for your thought-provoking presentation. We actually appreciate this session. we say very big thank you to you for all the efforts you've put into this. And this has gotten a lot to do with the ethical standard, which are expected to be established as judges. We say very big thank you to you. Without much ado, I would open the floor for our judges and potential judges to ask questions. So if you have any question based on our discussion so far, please kindly uh, raise your hand and then you go ahead to ask your questions. Thank you. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. And just to add to
Cool.
it, thank you so much, Andrew, Mr. Andrew, for that. So it may not even be a question. It may be a comment. It may be a feedback about the session. Okay, thank you so much. I see one and Mr. Pasasi, please continue.
Yeah, Dr. Esther, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. This is just to appreciate Mr. Andrew for the wonderful presentation. Thank you for the efforts you have put into the presentation. However, going forward, we expect Mr. Andrew to make the presentation interactive and engaging. Probably that's how he talks. He is quite slow. He he wasn't into the presentation so well. So going forward, you should please adjust in the way he presents so that we can be carried along. Because in some at some points where I was disconnected because we were just taking it somehow so slow. So um, that's for my own hand. Then I do not know if you are going to share the slide to us. That's my second comment. Okay, that's the question. Then another thing I would like to say is that will there be anything hands-on? Are we going to be taught how to do the robotic stuff? So if there's anything like that, you should please respond and let us know. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very, very much, Dr. Esther. Um, from the mode of presentation, Mr. Andrew is a very gentle man, and that's you can see reflects in his style of presentation. But of course, I can assure you that he's someone who is highly loaded. Yes, he's very much loaded, and for us to have brought him down, you should have that full confidence that what he has given out is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot uh, that is still in for us to learn from. Having said that, the recording of this presentation is going to be shared, and of course, the presentation of itself is going to be made available. Then, for now, if you look at the style of presentation, we are taking care of the foundational aspects. Yes, after these sections, we are going into the core technical details. The training is in phases, and I will advise that we all follow suit. These aspects are very, very important because as judges, managing emotion of the competitors is of top priority, and WRO is a very, very serious competition, and that is why this background is quite important. That is what Mr. Andrew has brought into limelight for today. So thank you very much, Dr. Esther.
Yes, sir.
Just to add to what my colleague Mr. Pasasi has said, Mr. Andrew is the lead mentor for Google and the Camden Education Trust in Africa. So he's a big man. He's just a very humble and gentleman. And he's very loaded. So we appreciate taking the time to out of his schedule. I think it will be around 8 p.m. his time already or thereabouts to do this for us. We appreciate. Next year, I think by February, we'll kickstart the broader mentorship phase. And this time around, it will cut across other countries in Africa. Nigeria just is just privileged to be part of this foundation. The second phase is not just Nigeria, it cuts across countries, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. Let's leave out the North African countries. So it's going to be very, very technical as well. Because Mr. Andrew is in Kenya, people come from other parts of the world. So it's still going to be mostly virtual. But then there will be projects and hands-on activities that you will be able to do even virtually. There will be assignment, there will be submission. At the end of it, there will be some assessment and then certification as well that can also open doors for us as judges or as AI and robotics enthusiasts. I just wanted to just chip that in as well. So thank you so much. And everyone has their way of presentation. Do you get? But I get the point around interaction. So subsequent trainings, you know you see it. You see it. You see there will be tools for interaction. There will be polls. Um, there will be breakout sessions and all of those things like that. But thank you so much for your feedback, Dr. Esther. And thank you for the delivery, Mr. Andrew, as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Esther. Your feedback has been well taken note of. These sessions, I like to highly emphasize on providing a well stable foundation before actually getting deep into the whole program. As Mr. Fasasi and Mr. John Anani has mentioned, next year we'll be having a much and deeper program that not only goes beyond setting the foundations, but broader aspects, so that we may be able to actually, once set the standard, the technical mastery, the evaluation, thus we'll be able to create better competitions and the whole program as a whole. So again, to iterate on the presentation mode, that is also dependent on the subject matter of the current session. Some sessions may not be so hands-on, and they may not all be very interactive. Like today's session per se was mostly verbal. However, some we will be actually getting real-time feedback from you as the participants, so that you can be able to make it not only active but also more lively. So thank you so much. I really look forward to seeing you all next year, so that we may be able to actually drive through a better and very deep and enhanced program. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. Do we still have any other comments, questions, contributions? All right, please, Mr. Um, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Somo Oluwatayo. Yeah, Mr. Oluwatayo, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to know if there's a dedicated channel for communication uh, for. Hello, please, did you get that?
So, yes, the question is clear. For now, Our channel of communication is through our WhatsApp platform. But once we go into details, so other means of communications will be made known to us. So there are other means of communication, but for now we stick to our WhatsApp group. So you get details from there, and then we'll migrate to whatever platform we'll be learning from, be it Google Meet, be it Google Classroom, whatever platform we'll be using, you'll be duly notified through the WhatsApp group. Thank you. I hope I've answered the question.
Yes, but I don't seem to have any information about the WhatsApp platform.
Okay,
Yeah,
are you not on the WhatsApp group?
not yet.
Okay, so I'm going to send our office line on the chat box now. So just say hi to the WhatsApp number. So then we'll add you up. So the same thing applies to everyone on the call now. If you are not on the group, please after the session kindly chat me up. Thank you very much. Then, in addition to that, um, please send us an email so that we have your email, so that your email addresses would be used directly. For those whose email addresses have been sent to us earlier before now, they were added to the email list for this webinar. So please chat up our email address. That is info@arclightfoundation.com. It's on the chat box as well. So I'm sending the office number right now, so we can chat up the office number on WhatsApp. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Is anyone trying to say something? All right. So please do ensure you follow us up on our YouTube channel. The recording for today's session is going to be on our YouTube channel. So please do follow us up, and then you get the full recording there. And further information as regard when next we'll be having the next training session, and other details associated with the George's mentorship program will be duly made available to us um, via the WhatsApp platform that have been communicated. And just like you have been earlier informed, by next year, it's going to go beyond Nigeria's affairs only. Other African countries will be onboarded, and by then we'll no longer be able to admit freshers. So the implication is we'll be closing up on those we have now, and then we'll maintain that number because we want to have competent judges who are not just competent for our national competition, but are bold enough to stand on the international stage as judges. So this is very, very important, and we can't afford to miss any of the training sessions. So, Mr. John, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kasasi, and I would like to thank all of our participants um, for taking the time to join. It means a lot to us. And thank you, Mr. Andrew, so much. Thank you so much for your work over the years. From January to now, you've been very supportive. So next year is going to be very promising by God's grace, and we look forward to wonderful sessions together. So for now, just to say thank you and Merry Christmas and very prosperous New Year in advance. See you in 2026 with blessings. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And bye for now. Bye.